If you're looking for a secure haven within the literary world, you found the perfect organization. Let's make magic together. Our space is specifically designed for African American authors who are passionate about their writings of films and books. It's a platform to stay informed about industry developments. And on Patreon, we'll share exclusive content, valuable resources, and engaging discussions and masterclasses on various subjects, ranging from film and publishing industry trends to wellness and business tips. So if you're ready to dive into this exciting community, become a member now. Welcome to our literary haven where creativity knows no bounds. Let's make magic together.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Healing Through Writing workshop. Today, we are going to explore the therapeutic power of writing and its role in healing emotional wounds. So we're going to talk about what the objectives are. I'm going to give you some writing prompts. I'm going to educate you guys on some tools and some resources, and just provide you a way to use writing as a therapeutic process, right? So through writing, we can perform self-care, we can perform therapeutic care to ourselves when we cannot get to the professionals, when we don't have an support system, when we don't have a safe space for us to express ourselves, right? So we're going to talk about how writing can be a powerful tool for healing, right? So healing is first and foremost a process. It is something that all of us must continue to go through. It is a non-stop process. So we may feel one day that we are healed and we have overcome everything, and then something else happens. So this is why it's a process. It is a never-ending process. So that is one of the things that I want everyone to understand. Healing is a never-ending process. So when we use healing through writing, it's a powerful tool because it can help us to release our emotions, right? Writing allows you to express your emotions freely. You can vent your feelings, whether they're positive or negative, onto the page, and no one can see it, no one can hear it, and it's just you and your pen and pad, right? This can be a form of helping you to let go of your emotional burdens. You can also do self-reflection with your writing. Your writing encourages introspection. Putting your thoughts on paper allows you to gain insight into your own experiences and your own feelings, and it helps you to process what exactly happened to you, what is going on, in either in the moment or after the event happened. And it can also help you make sense of complex emotions and events, which can sometimes be hard to do in the moment. Writing helps you to problem solve. When we write about challenging situations, they can help you brainstorm solutions or see problems from a different perspective. Perspective is key. Sometimes when we go into things, we only see our own perspective, but we also need to look at other people's perspectives as well. So this is kind of like having a conversation with yourself to find answers. Self-expression. Writing enables you to articulate your thoughts and feelings more clearly than you might in your spoken words. So some of us, I know for me, I am a better writer than a speaker. I can articulate better my words better through with a pen than with using my mouth. And that's fine. I've always used to write people letters instead of talking to people because I felt that I could better express myself in a letter than having a conversation. Also because I don't like confrontation. So self-expression can be helpful for you, especially emotions that are hard for you to talk about. There are just some things that are very difficult for people to talk about. You might not want to talk about it, but if you sit down and you write it down, you still have the ability to release your emotions through the paper. Writing also helps us to keep track of progress. So those of you who are journal writers or you're writing a book about your healing journey, kudos to you. This allows you to see how you've grown and changed over time. It can boost your self-esteem and your motivation because we all change. The goal is to change and grow every day. Every single day of your life, you should be growing, right? So when you start to see your growth and your transformation, it can elevate your self-esteem and your motivation. And goal setting can be done through writing, right? You write down your goals and aspirations, you make them more concrete. So this is part of the first step to achieving your goals. Right? Writing can also help you with your gratitude and positivity. I understand that it is very difficult to be gracious or have gratitude in the negativity, but writing about the things you're grateful for and positive experiences can boost your mood and overall well-being. Focusing on the good in your life can be very healing. And also, the last point is writing can help you process your trauma. So many people find healing through writing when dealing with trauma. I know that when I was young, that's how I started as a to combat depression. I used to write in journals. You can gain control over your narrative and come to terms with past events through your writing, right? So why do we write? The art of writing is a form of self-care and self-therapy. It provides a safe space to explore your inner world, understand yourself better, and work through emotional challenges. Whether you journal, whether you write poetry, whether you storytell, or whether you just free write, writing can be a powerful means of healing and personal growth. So before we jump into the writing prompts, I want people to understand emotions, right? Most people, when you ask them how they feel, they'll just say they're happy or sad. Those are emotions, but those are not the only emotions. So understanding your emotions is a crucial part of emotional intelligence and personal well-being, right? So here are some things that you can do to understand your emotions better. You can recognize and label your emotions, right? Start by becoming aware of your feelings as they come about. Give a name to what you're feeling. Are you happy? Are you sad? Are you angry? Are you afraid? Sometimes we're not fully aware of our emotions. So when we start acknowledging them, that is the first step. We also need to identify triggers. Pay attention to what causes you to have these emotions. What events, what situations, what people are triggering your feelings. When you start to understand your triggers, they can help you address the root causes of your emotions. Accept your emotions. Emotions are a natural part of being human. We are not robots. All of us feel emotions. It is essential that we accept that you have a right to feel your emotions, even if they are uncomfortable, even if they're challenging. We can also do some mindfulness and meditation to become more attuned to your emotions. So, for those of you who like meditation, you can use that to help you observe your feelings without judgment, which can lead to better understanding. So, we're going to talk about journaling a lot here. Keep an emotional journal. They have emotional journals on Amazon, Barnes and Nobles, Five Below. It's called an emotional journal. That can be a very powerful tool to help you write down your thoughts and feelings on a regular basis. Over time, patterns and triggers can become more apparent if you yourself cannot find them on your own. Right? Empathy is a small word that has a big meaning. When you practice empathy for others, meaning not sympathy, meaning that you understand somebody else's problems without being in their shoes. Practicing empathy for others can increase your understanding of your own emotions. When you recognize how different situations affect others, you can gain insight into your own responses. Prioritizing self-care activities that help you manage your emotions. So a lot of people confuse self-care with self-maintenance. So self-care is something like exercise, relaxation, taking a nap, doing a hobby, spending time with your loved ones. Those are self-care routines. Self-maintenance is getting your nails done, doing your hair, looking pretty, going shopping. Those are self-maintenance things, right? Sometimes our emotions manifest as physical sensations in our body. So some of you maybe have felt heart palpitations, sweaty, your hands shaking and trembling. We need to pay attention to how your body reacts to your emotions, and this can provide clues about your emotional state. So now we're going to, well, you guys are going to write a writing prompt. Because this is not a live workshop and we are not in the same room, I'm just going to share the prompts. You guys can do the prompts. The prompts are to take 5 minutes. So you take 5 minutes to write the prompt. Write about an emotion you've been holding on to. So it could be one emotion, two emotions that you have been holding on to, and you just write, free write, journal write a poetry, however it feels comfortable to you, and take 5 minutes of your time to do that. And the next thing we're going to talk about is self-reflection and self-compassion. Practicing self-compassion and self-reflection are essential for personal growth and emotional well-being. But first, before we talk about it, I need to educate you guys on what those things are. So self-compassion, when we have inner dialogue with ourselves, right? So self-talk. How do you speak to yourself? Are you being kind to yourself? Are you self-criticizing yourself? Treat yourself the same way that you treat your friend. If you treat your friends and your colleagues and your coworkers with words of kindness, then you need to speak to yourself like that too. We need to watch the way that we speak to ourselves. Self-forgiveness. Understand that everybody makes mistakes. That is a part of being human. When you make mistakes, give yourself grace, forgive yourself, learn from your mistakes, and move forward. Don't dwell on the mistakes of the past. It is the past. We cannot go back. But what you can do is learn and move forward. Again, mindfulness. Practice mindfulness can help you observe your thoughts and feelings without judgment and allow for self-compassion. So mindfulness also brings you back to the present. A lot of times we are not present when things are happening. We're there, but we're not present. Right? Setting boundaries is a part of your self-care, self-compassion. We need to set boundaries. We need to be willing to say no when necessary. Setting healthy boundaries is an act of self-compassion so that you do not overcommit or overextend yourself to people, right? And the last point is seek support. Do not hesitate to reach out to friends, family, or a therapist for support when you're struggling. Sharing your feelings with others can provide comfort and a sense of connection. So please, please, please do not sit and struggle in silence. Reach out to anyone that you feel that you can reach out and will assist you, right? So that was talk about self-compassion, self-reflection. How do we self-reflect? So you can self-reflect by asking questions. Ask yourself thought-provoking questions. Why do I feel this way? What can I learn from this experience? These are questions that you ask yourself to dig deeper inside of yourself. Learn from your experience. A lot of us don't look at the lessons in our experiences, right? So when you're doing that, when you face a challenge or make mistakes, reflect on what you learned from the situation. Self-reflection can turn difficulties into opportunities for growth. So instead of saying, what did I do wrong? And I'm so stupid, I messed this up. What did I do wrong? And what can I do the next time? How can I change this? Right? Then we can also practice gratitude. Again, practicing gratitude is regularly reflecting on the things you're grateful for. This shifts your focus towards the positive aspects of your life and boosts your overall well-being. Both self-compassion and self-reflection require practice and patience. I know those are two P words that a lot of us don't have, including myself, but we have to learn to be patient. We have to learn how to practice. These things are not going to work without practice and patience. They are ongoing processes that can lead to personal growth and improve emotional being. As you become more self-aware and kinder to yourself, you'll find it easier to navigate life's challenges and celebrate its joys. So we have another writing prompt that you will take 5 minutes to do. The prompt is write a letter to yourself offering compassion and forgiveness. So this can be for a situation that you were in. This can be to a situation, a difficulty, something that happened to you and you did not give yourself forgiveness and compassion. Now you have the opportunity to do so. So for 5 minutes, free write, journal write, poetry write, however you feel comfortable writing, answer the prompt, write the prompt, write the letter to yourself offering compassion and forgiveness, right? Then we have another prompt. So take your 5 minutes for this one, and then the next prompt is write about a past experience that still affects you today. This prompt will take a little bit longer to write, so you will have 7 minutes to do that. 7 minutes to write this prompt. Then there's another prompt after that. Write a letter to someone you need to forgive or let go of. And that letter would be 5 minutes of writing for that. So I said that my name is Sherry Simmons, but I did not mention that I am a PhD student in the field of mind, body, and medicine. So this is why I chose to do this workshop with the healing aspect and the writing aspect. I am a writer, so I am both. But I want to teach people how to use their writing skills to help them deal with difficulties, right? We all have some type of experience with difficulties. No one is exempt from difficult situations, right? So I like to encourage people to share your experiences, share your insights through speaking or writing. Most people are not comfortable sharing their insights through speaking. Writing is an option, right? It is very important to reflect on your writing and continue using, if this is helpful, continue using these writing strategies through your healing journey. Again, healing is a process that takes patience, and practice. We have to practice with our boundaries. We have to practice forgiveness. We have to practice. All of these things have to go into practice. The more you practice, the more you get better at it, right? So it's definitely important after these prompts to go back and read them. You can read them, you can burn them, you can give the person a letter, you can do whatever you want to do with your prompts. And that's the beauty of these activities. You can, at the end of them, if you don't want anybody to see what you did, you don't have to share. You don't have to share them. You can burn them. You can just, whatever you want to do with them. With our boundaries, we have to practice forgiveness. We have to practice all of these things, have to go into practice. The more you practice, the more you get better at it, right? So it's definitely important after these prompts to go back and read them. You can read them, you can burn them, you can give the person a letter, you can do whatever you want to do with your prompts. And that's the beauty of these activities. You can, at the end of them, if you don't want anybody to see what you did, you don't have to share. You don't have to share them. You can burn them. You can just, whatever you want to do with them is what you can do with them. This is just to help you and make you feel better with yourself, right? So I'm going to go through the prompts one more time. So the first prompt that we did was write about an emotion that you're holding on to. So that writing prompt was the first one. Write about an emotion you've been holding on to. You have 5 minutes to write about that in any writing style that you wish. This is not going to be graded. No one is going to see this. So really think deeply and put your best foot forward in this. The second writing prompt is write a letter to yourself offering compassion and forgiveness. This writing prompt is going to be for 5 minutes as well. The third writing prompt is write about a past experience that still affects you today. For this one, you would take 7 minutes to write this prompt. And the last prompt would be write a letter to someone you need to forgive or release. This prompt would take 5 minutes. If we were all in the same room, we would do some sharing and reflection, but we're not. So if you want to do this in a group, then you can share and reflect in your group setting. I just want to thank everyone for watching this. Thank everyone for being open. I really do wish that you are open with these prompts. I am an author and I do have a book called From Healing to Writing. That is a book and a journal that comes together with tons of questions to help you on your healing journey. I am on Instagram at consult with Sheri, Sheri. I'm on Facebook. My name is Sheri Simmons, Sheri Simmons. I have an LLC, which is From Pain to Purpose, LLC. And my email is from pain to purpose, inc@gmail.com. Please, please, please continue to write as a tool for your personal growth and healing. If you have any questions, if you wish to discuss further, please send me an email, follow me on Instagram, let me know what it is that you guys wish to talk about. I just want to encourage you all to be willing to explore healing through writing. I understand that this may be a very difficult thing to do. It's very difficult to talk about trauma and hurt and things, whether you're speaking verbally or writing about it. I understand that completely. I'm just asking that you put your best foot forward and just be willing and open to trying something. This is a process, and I wish and I hope that you guys put your best foot forward. And I wish you all very, 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 very
Here's what you missed at this year's Black Writers Weekend. On Thursday, we kick off the first day of Pitch Fest before getting into our first panel. Then we end the night off mixing and mingling. After check-in and orientation on Friday, we start the second day of Pitch Fest. From 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., our guests, experts, and vendors exchange stories and information through panels, workshops, and tables. And of course, we celebrate it with a social. Saturday is a bit of a scavenger hunt. Across 6 locations, we have workshops, panels, book signings, performances, and more. Our final day is the 15th annual AANBC Awards, complete with red carpets, live music, and lots of honorees. Thank you to everyone that came out this year, and we can't wait to see you in 2024. For more information, please visit blackwritersweekend.com.